I actually withdrew out of school and after the football season. I have a year of school left. I had to take a year off in 2006, but I just couldn't close the gap. You know, so much schooling going on. I didn't want to focus on midterms and tests and papers and stuff because I'm a sociology major. So I have a lot of papers to write, you know, with that whole major. And with that in mind, like I just felt that it was time for me to take a break from school for a year and come back next year in the off season when I get a break and be able to get my
That's
school
not
back.
uncommon.
You know, and so I talked to my mom about it because I had a chance to come out in the NFL draft last year as a junior. My mom and my grandma, they told me, they said, we want to see you in school, see you get as much school as you can get done. If not, graduate. And so I said, my mama, buckle down. I'm going to try to get as much school as I can done. You know, and if I can't get it done, you know, I just want you to understand that I'm going to take the opportunity to take care of the family. You know, they done took care of me for 23 years. You know, and now I'm in the opportunity to take care of everybody. So a trainer that was faith-based, and I needed a trainer that doesn't have a large group of guys. So I chose Cliff Marshall out of Cincinnati, Ignition.
Cliff Marshall?
Yes.
Okay.
He also trained a couple of my teammates the past couple of years. And he actually took one of our D linemen at 260, and he ran a 4.440. You know, so that was live for me. That was extremely well for me. You know, I really appreciate that. Like, as far as his work, it just shows the caliber of his work and his training. How that shows, it showed through my teammate, you know, Connor Baldwin. He actually was the first or second pick in the second round last year to the Texans. So, and this guy he came in as a tight end and played tight end literally 3 years of college and then switched his senior year to defensive end and ended up getting drafted in the second round.
Wow.
So, and that shows kudos to his work ethic and Cliff Marshall's training. You know, and again, the one major thing that showed up to me and that really showed up that I liked was that he was faith-based. And I come from a strong faith-based family, and I'm strongly faith-based myself. So with that whole spill, I just felt like it was a perfect fit. And plus, he took a small group of guys. Literally, we only had 10 guys down in Naples, Florida. That's where we trained at. 10 guys. Opposed to Tom Shaw, API, those guys will have 20 plus or 30 plus or 40 plus guys there. You know, and I felt like I needed that individual work to tone my skills because I knew I wouldn't have that much time training with the Senior Bowl, the Sugar Bowl, and then I had a couple other little celebrity showings that I had to do throughout that whole spill. So I lost time with training, and I just wanted to get as much time as I could. So that whole spill. I've been combine training, heavy training, just kind of getting those proteins in and trimming the body fat down, and you know, getting my legs together and getting my upper body together, just keeping my weight together and working on, like I said, working on my 40 time, my first 10, you know, because a good 40 really is focused on that first 10. So I've been mainly keeping my first 10 yards under that 1.5 mark. You know, I've been constantly in the 4.9s, and that's extremely well. That's where I need to be. And, you know, working on my L drills and my pro agility and things of that sort, and just catching the ball. I catch about 150 to, about 150 balls a day, right around that range, different areas, different angles. Because I don't know, you know, how the quarterback's going to throw at the combine. The only thing that I know is I'm trying to catch that ball. A lot of coaches really don't even, a lot of the NFL coaches, I don't know if they were playing dumb with me, but they really, you know, after I tell them the story, they ask me, you know, how was your time at UC? And I explained to them, and they're like, wait a minute, we didn't even know this. You know, and then they start to get digging deeper and deeper and deeper into it, and then they figure out, you know, that I'm a hard worker, that I really don't give up, you know, and that's the thing that they like about players now. And I have no character issues at Cincinnati, having no arrests. You know, I haven't had any run-ins with the law. I mean, of course, parking tickets.
Everybody gets those.
But I mean, besides that, you know, they're really blessed to know that I'm a guy that they're not gonna have to worry about with character issues in the city. On Thursday, I go through medical from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 4 days, 5 days, 4 days of interviewing and like I said, I won't even lift. I lift my 225 test on Friday. If I'm not mistaken, I do my 40-yard dash, my vertical, you know, L cone, and my pro agility. I do all those on Sunday, and position drills on Sunday. So about 4 days. Help the kids. You know, and really show the kids that if you need help, do so. But the kicker is, I'm not going to help any kids that are knuckleheads. I'm not going to do that. I won't do that. You know, because I feel like if you want me to do something for you, then show me you can do something for yourself. So the main thing I'm going to do, if those kids give my foundation that call, or those kids' parents give my foundation that call, and they want something done, I need a report card. I really want to see that. So if they're good students, And I'm pushing for those kids to be good students because I wasn't a good student. You know, I had to qualify late for the NCAA regulations to get in school, and I lost out on a lot of big schools.
Yeah.
You know, and with that in mind, I want those kids to know, hey, if you want this, you want to be like me, you want to drive like me, you want to look like me, you want to dress like me, you want to play like me, be better than me, be better than what I was. Because I was a horrible student, I wanted them to be better students.
Right.
I'm not asking them to be scholars. I'm not asking them that, you know, because everybody's not going to be a scholar.
Right.
But I'm asking them to fall head first in the books and give it their all. Like I said, man, it just shows on how he was raised. You know, the one thing I can remember my mom telling me, I was 7 years old, and she said, Marty, no matter how good you get in these sports, don't never forget where you came from. You know, and with that in mind, I always literally kept that in mind. You know, don't never forget where you came from. I got